The 7 layers of scare are ordered as if we're building a house. Foundation to structure, to windows, plumbing then electrical, AC heat, and finally, the chandeliers. Save the best for last, the layer that we can really surprise them with. Touch they fear the most, and smell is unexpected. The 7th layer is the ultimate trick up a haunter's sleeve. It's touch time. We remember touch in a haunt. Went through a haunt room where a crazed inmate was cutting a captive's arm off with a giant miter saw. Okay, I'm thinking, typical torture room. Rounded the corner to pass, and I got blasted with warm blood spray. Did not expect that. In the dark, we can't tell it's just water. It was blood, I tell you. Blood! Touch can be used not only to scare, but also to unnerve. But we can't touch, right? Of all the scares in our haunt, tots are most terrified of being touched. I mean, look at how they tuck in their arms and crouch as they go through. They don't want to have any part of their body extended that can be touched. The older kids know that you can't touch them, they think. But we're haunters. There's more than one way to skin a zombie. Let me list them. Pass-throughs. Make the tots touch things they don't want to touch. Put things in their path that they have no alternative but to touch them. Pass-throughs can be made up of anything. Plastic curtains, which you can glue bugs to, hanging dirty underwear, body bags, shredded tents, body parts, alien eggs. Think of things that either obstruct vision and or gross them out, like blood on a shower curtain. In the dark, water is toxic ooze, or blood, or acid, barf, urine, toilet water, anything that's wet. Ripley's has a mad doctor that suddenly throws a heart against a chain link fence right at you. It splatters over everyone, but it's just a heart-shaped sponge held in a bucket of water. It's a neat trick. A claustrophobic wall is very effective at touching. Make the hallway so narrow that they must touch them as they pass through. Be sure to have yucky things mounted on those walls. Bodies, giant veins, shiny blood. Oh, it's just delicious thinking of these possibilities. Shock mats are as harmless as a static jolt, but when someone is finding their way through a dark corridor and touch one of these, yee! Having a section of our haunt completely dark where they must reach out and feel their way out is terrifying. Make them move. Have them go down a short slide or crawl under an obstacle or swing over a log. When they must move their body differently than their preferred defensive position and must touch things, that is unnerving. Edge of Hell and KC even made us crawl through a fireplace to get to the other room. The worst part? We're on our hands and knees for about 4 feet. The even worstier part? There's an actor scaring us from the top of that teeny tiny passage. Oh, and it's pitch black. We can also make them change speed quickly. The power of chainsaws. Air cannons, pop blasters, puffs of air. These are fun toys for us when we control the trigger. The walls in this tunnel had small streams of water draining down. Creepy enough, right? But then they had to embed tiny pop blasters to spray us with the sewer water. Ugh. Smells. The smell of cinnamon rolls, barbecue, popcorn, smell of burning wood, cut grass. All are powerful and pleasant smells. Mildew, sewage, urine, dirty ashtrays, a pigsty, old fish. Ugh. All of these are powerful and unpleasant smells. Now let's go back and think of the happy smells and pay attention to the emotions or memories we're feeling. Cinnamon rolls, barbecue, popcorn, burning wood, cut grass. Isn't it surprising how connected emotions and memories are to smells? There are reasons for that and ways we can use it to our haunting advantage. There was a wonderful scent I remember about my adored grandmother who passed when I was 10. Learned later it was the scent of the moisturizer she wore, Jergens. I had finally discovered it when sniffing new lotions to buy. Grandma! The sense of smell is the only sense we have that is directly connected to our brain. Not just any part of our brain, the part where our memories and emotions are stored. The scent molecules wafting through the air touch special tiny hairs in our nasal cavity. These are connected directly to our brain. In many ways, it's our quickest and most powerful sense. We can use that sinister knowledge to our advantage. Coincidentally, there's a company that markets this, and it's called Sinister Scents. Froggy's Fog also sells scents with a cute distribution fan. You can see that the key to getting the scent wafting through our haunt is to have the scent pushed out from like a fan. You could also recruit a poor haunt actor and have the smell sprayed on them like rot. Perfect for lunging. With this power of using scents, we can make our grisly kitchen scene smell like Kentucky Fried Death. As a tot wanders into the room and takes a sniff of the fate that awaits them, they'll not only be surprised, but now alarmed. This place is serious and I'm in for it. Ah! Let's summarize the 7 layers of scare. First step in designing our haunt is to decide on an art direction and/or a theme. This will help unify the rooms and set up a story. It will also help simplify designing choices. Now start designing the walls, ceilings, and floors. This is what's going to tell the tot what environment they're in. Is it a prison or a slaughterhouse? Walls are most important, but when we add decorating the ceilings and the floors, then they're truly immersed. The main scare should fit into the room we're designing. From there, we can decide if we want to use a cheap scare or a setup and then sudden scare. Adding accents to a room helps tell the story of what has happened or what will happen. Now spend some extra time lighting the haunt. Think about how to use color, brightness, distribution, and movement to add that extra scary edge in our lighting. Atmosphere added to our haunt is the over-the-top experience our tots are hoping for. Use great sound, lighting, and weather to transport them to our magical and horrifying experience. Finally, use touch and smell to once and for all scare that candy out of those sweet little darlings. Thank you so much for sharing in my journey learning how to make a killer haunt. I hope this was helpful for you in terrorizing your tots. Remember, they'll love you for it.